Hi everybody, my name's Alison. Welcome to my channel, Ancient Oak Psychic Arts. Today I'm going to do a general reading for the sign of Gemini. I'm going to go ahead and pull your overall energy, look at any guidance and advice from Spirit, and also look at any opportunities or challenges that you have coming in and how you can use that to your advantage. So this is good for all placements of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. All right, so I have cleansed, shuffled, and meditated, and I have asked for the strongest energy to come through in the cards for Gemini. And stick around for the end. I'm going to have a few announcements. All right. Oh, okay, so right off the bat, we have the Five of Pentacles. That flew out. All right, let's see what else. Give it a shuffle. All right, what does the universe want to tell Gemini today? So we've got Seven of Pentacles. So the 5 flew out. Now we have the 7. We have the 2 of Wands. We have the 6 of Wands, the Devil card, the Ace of Pentacles. For your opportunity, we've got the Chariot. For your challenge, we've got the Tower. All right, a nice mixture of energy. Don't be afraid of the Tower. It's actually a good card. All right. So here we go. Let's take a look around the room. So we have 3 major arcana. Your opportunity is the Chariot. Your challenge is the Tower. And in the guidance and advice from Spirit, we have the Devil card. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into it. And you have 1 ace, by the way, the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So we've got Pentacles and Wands. What we are missing... Oh, sorry, and yeah, Pentacles and Wands. What we're missing is Cups and Swords. Your heart and mind. Right now, we're looking at the material world and your action that you're taking in it, but it is missing your heart and your mind. And Gemini, you are an air sign. You are all about air, swords. You overthink in a good way, I think. I'm a Gemini moon, so I really relate to Gemini. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first card out that flew out was the 5 of Pentacles. This is the card of lack. So this is you feeling left out in the cold. This is you missing something. It's you being in survival mode, maybe feeling like a victim at times, whether that's right or wrong for you to be in that position. It's not a judgment. It's that feeling. So you can see they're out in the cold. They're down to their last piece of bread. They are in survival mode, meaning they have tunnel vision, food, shelter, water. The aperture is so small, it's almost closed when they're in that mode. They miss the gifts and blessings from the universe when that happens. These are magical strawberries. They're on both sides. That's food, and it leads them back to this cottage where they could have food, shelter, water, and maybe a car to the next village. It's a way out. Because they're so downtrodden, they don't even see something that is right behind them. So when you're feeling this kind of lack, you're feeling this down, what do you do to get out of it? You focus on your strengths. Now, I'm looking at your overall energy right now. This is your recent past. So you are feeling this lack. You're feeling left out in the cold. You're feeling like a fifth wheel maybe somewhere, and this is in the realm of Pentacles. So we're talking about relationships, whether they're romantic or platonic. It could be coworkers, pets, it could be anything, having a new child. This could be in career and work. This can be in retirement. This can be in education, location, relocation, travel, housing, your health, your finances. It's everything that encompasses the 3D. That is the first card that flew out. Then we have in your present energy, and I'm going to get clarifiers in a second, we have the 7 of Pentacles. So you're presently experiencing a lot of choices. You have a lot of options before you, a lot of things for you to think about. And choose carefully, because you're choosing one of these choices. Let's say you choose this door. Well, all the other doors close, right? I can't do that with that. So maybe like this. And all you have is that option. So that is allowing you to choose carefully. And when you choose that door, the other doors go away. Will they come back? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it's new doors. But that's something that you spend your time on in the 3D. Then we get to your near future, and it's the 2 of Wands. Now there's something that you want to do, but this is about you clarifying your intention. Because this is the card right before the manifestation card, which is the 3 of Wands. Now, you can't get what you want until you know what you want. And this is you trying to figure out what it is that you want. You need some clarity before you act. So it's interesting. You've got the choices first, and then the clarity is coming. Okay, let's go ahead and get some clarifiers for that, get more information. All right. All right, let's go ahead and get those clarifiers. We've got the Death card. Don't be afraid of the Death card. It's a really good card. And the Knight of Swords. We have the Hierophant, the Emperor, the Nine of Swords, and the Two of Swords. All right, so when we're looking at your recent past, this card of lack, the Five of Pentacles, it's being clarified by the Death card and the Knight of Truth, the Knight of Swords. So while you've got this lack, right? And like I said, the way out is to focus on your strengths. This is you now releasing what no longer serves you. Whatever is making you feel like you're in this position of lack, people, places, things, ideas, old versions of you, you are releasing that now, and you're making a conscious effort to release it with the Death card. That tells me that you are aware of what it is that you are feeling, and maybe even why you're feeling that way. For example, what if you're feeling that way because you had a really bad breakup? Maybe you went through a divorce, and now you are in a bit of a panic, an emotional panic, right? And that's causing you maybe to panic in the 3D, because we're looking at pentacles. So we're looking at, again, everything I said in the 3D, and maybe that has to do with finances or housing. Maybe it went from, especially men get screwed in divorces really bad for the most part. And now what if you're having to pay for 2 households? Oh my God, how overwhelming is that? So 2 households and a kid, whatever your situation is, that's intense. And that's not a cut to women. It's just that's how our legal system is set up currently. And it's been like that for decades. So, what if that's you? All of a sudden you went from having this great income to now half of your income being stripped. And if you've been married for a really long time, and I'm not anti-marriage, by the way, then that's half your retirement stripped. That's intense. That is traumatic, actually. So, it's just gone. And that can throw you into a tailspin. Now, that's just one example, but there's something about that card of lack. But you are releasing what no longer serves you. You're releasing lower vibrational things. Again, people, places, things, ideas, anything that's negative, you're letting it fall away, because you will turn around and focus on your strength to get out of that. We also have the Knight of Swords, and he's rushing in to bring you some truth. So he's bringing a lot of truth and clarity to this situation really fast. He's a very swift-moving energy. So while you're releasing things that no longer serve you, I think that if there's anything that you're not clear about, excuse me, and these things are falling away out of your life, it's making you lighter. Like maybe you're releasing emotional baggage and it's making you lighter. Excuse me. Hold on. All right, thanks. I had to have a coughing fit. So you're releasing all these things that don't serve you anymore, and that's clearing the fog, and it's allowing some truth to come rushing in. When you see things, maybe you weren't aware that some things around you were dragging you down, or that things were lower vibrational, or they weren't resonating with you anymore. Maybe you've outgrown a few things. Now the truth is rushing in, and that's a good thing, because it allows you to see things for what they actually are. That is your recent past. Now we're going to look at your present. We've got this 7 of Pentacles, all these choices, and it's being clarified by the Hierophant and the Emperor, 2 major arcana. This is telling me that you're in a position right now where you are literally getting divine downloads onto what choices you're going to be making. Not that somebody, spirit, or your ancestors or spirit guides are telling you what to do, but they're helping give you guidance. They're helping show the way. Because I think with all of these choices, that's why you're taking your time, and it's to really mull it over and marinate on these things to see what is the right choice for you. You're getting a little help. And that's something that you definitely need. It's a blessing in disguise. And again, if you are feeling like a victim, maybe you don't see a way out just yet, right? And this is just something that you're having to walk through, but you are getting some divine help. Then we have the Emperor. They want you to step in and be a boss. And this is your energy. This is you stepping in and being a boss. But it's coming from some divine assistance that's coming in, whether it is spirit, your ancestors, spirit guides, guardian angels, somebody wants to really help you. And it could be a combination of any of those. They want you to step into this role and be a boss. They want you to take charge of your life, to take action. So that is your present energy. Then we're looking at your near future, and it is the Two of Wands, clarifying your intention. And it's interesting, again, you're looking for clarity. You're looking for this decisive ability to see through something. And again, so we're looking at swords, thoughts, words, and ideas. This is that never-ending nightmare, and all of these start to stack on top of each other. It could be fear, guilt, anxiety, shame, anything that's going to keep you up at night that is very uncomfortable for you. But this is all in your head. This is not somebody waiting outside your door to jump you, which is a legitimate fear. These are things that you're playing over and over. You're over processing, Gemini, and that's when these things start to come to the surface. So you're clarifying your intention, but you're over processing fear. This is really, it's the card of lack, but really, you know, that kind of tends to push you in fear mode versus a loving vibration, right? Because if you're in survival mode, you can start to panic after a while. You know, like if you lose your job, you're okay for a little while. And then, you know, maybe 3 months, 6 months go by and you're like, God, you know, I thought I'd have a job by now. And there really isn't much out here that I'm looking for, that I want. I could take a lesser job, but will I even get that at this point? This is really weird. You know, I'm not getting the jobs the way I want. And now you're going to start over processing, and maybe 9 or 12 months start to go by, and now you're really scared. You could be scared before that, but now you're really scared, because how are you going to pay your bills? Do you have to sell your home? If you're renting, are you going to have to move? Are you going to have to live in your vehicle for a while, right? You start looking at all these things. When you're in survival mode, that's what happens. So these could be things that you're playing over and over in your head. And again, it's fear-based. Then we've got the Two of Swords. This is about you looking at options, but you've got a blockage. So it's this either or type energy represented by these islands, either or. Again, she's blindfolded. She's going in and checking in with her intuition, checking in with her heart, but even her heart's got a little bit of blockage. So you're really trying to go in and see what kind of answers you can gain in your situation, and you're looking at a type of decision to make. I feel like you have a lot of indecision. I don't like to leave it on that, but I feel like there's a lot of indecision coming on because you're still looking for a lot of clarity that isn't coming in. I feel like there's some clouded judgment and clouded thinking right now. And when you're in that situation where you don't have clarity, it's just best to wait usually. You know, obviously the decision is yours, but it's a good to wait for clarity so you're making a smart, educated decision for yourself. I feel you don't have clarity. I feel like you're trying to use your intuition. You're looking, you want clarity, but it's not coming for you. Wow, Gemini. Okay, that is your current energy. So if this sounds like something you're going through, then this is your reading. You know, I can't read for everybody. So the Geminis of this reading, this is meant for you. We're going to look at the guidance and advice from Spirit now. Six of Wands, the Devil card, and the Ace of Pentacles. So beautiful cards. We're talking about victory and success after a struggle. Spirit is saying it's coming. Your success is coming. It might not feel like it right now, but it's absolutely coming after that struggle. Then we have the Devil energy. This is you having all of that get up and go inside you. This is you having this internal drive to succeed, this internal drive to do something. This is Capricorn energy. I do not feel that this is about toxicity right now. I think that it is literally the Capricorn energy that's coming through, and this is about your internal drive. Spirit is asking you to tap into your internal drive and make something happen for yourself. The last card before I get clarifiers is the Ace of Pentacles, a literal golden opportunity in the 3D. This is a toad. He's presenting the toadstone ring. It also guards against any type of supernatural mischief. So in addition to having this beautiful golden opportunity, you now have this ring of protection around you. And that is a good thing from everything that you're going through in your current energy. So all the seeds that you've planted have the opportunity to come to fruition right now. And sometimes it's not just one opportunity, it's several. But you have to have clarity to see it. Use your discernment. And right now in your energy, I don't really feel you have a lot of clarity. So let's go ahead and get some clarifiers. All right. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the Lover's card. Okay, so this is you, Gemini. You've now shown up in your own reading in a position of power and strength. All right, and we'll get to that in a minute, but I was hoping that would happen. That's beautiful. Then we have the 3 of Wands. We have the Judgment card. We have the 9 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So now the wheel turns in your favor in the guidance and advice from Spirit. All right, so when we're looking at this victory and success after a struggle, it's so appropriate for everything you're going through. It's being clarified by the 7 of Wands and the Lover's card. This is really about you standing your ground. This is about you knowing now what it is that you want. So once you figure out what it is that you want, so we've got the 6 of Wands and now here's the 7, different deck, but they're right after each other. So once you have that victory and success, now you're holding on to it. You're standing your ground. You're putting up boundaries against people that maybe they want to bring you down. Maybe that was some people that are still around that you haven't fully released yet from this Death card energy. Maybe it's just people or places or things. It's not just people, but you know, something that you are definitely defending your position on. You want to pursue something and you don't want anything to get in your way, and you're willing to fight for it. So you've found something to latch onto. You've made a choice behind one of those doors, and now you are defending it. With the Lover's card, you're in a position of strength and power. Let me turn my fan on. This is allowing you to really step into choices. That's what the Lover's card is. So your present energy is all about making choices. And that's what this is. Choices that divinely align with who you are in this moment in time, right? This is something that is going to be resonating with your morals, your ethics, your values, who you are, whether it's a career, whether it's another individual, whether it's friendship or a romantic relationship. This is about you being with someone or doing a type of work, because usually it's in those arenas that is definitely aligned with who you are right here, right now. So if you have 10 must-haves, this is hitting that 8, 9, and maybe even 10. It's that kind of alignment. If it's a person, it's one of those relationships where you go out for coffee, you end up talking for 5 hours, and it feels like 5 minutes. And you don't want it to end, and neither do what they. It's mutual. That's how you know, right? It's mutual. It's that kind of beautiful energy. Then we're looking at this Devil card. This is that Capricorn energy, that internal drive that gets you going, right? And it is being clarified by the 3 of Wands and the Judgment card. So this is you manifesting something in. With this internal drive, you know what it is that you want to do. You've got that oomph. You've got that internal drive to grasp onto something. So for example, when if you wanted to start your own business, you know, when if you were single and you wanted to go find somebody, you know, when if you wanted to take charge of your finances, you're going to go learn about a self-directed IRA or, you know, how to invest yourself. You're going to take charge, right? And that's that Emperor energy. You are going to be taking charge. And that's what these divine downloads are pushing you to do. I think they're giving you guidance on that. So when the Devil shows itself with the Capricorn energy, this is you manifesting something in. So you've clarified your intention, and Spirit is saying once you get that clarity, now you start manifesting it in. You call it in at a distance. You put it out to the universe, what it is that you want to bring in. This is you having truth time with yourself. This is you having a lot of revelations. Now, this is you asking the big questions. You are looking at your life. This is the 20 in the Major Arcana. The World is the 21. That's the last card in the Major Arcana before it circles back to the Fool. This is the Angel, your higher self, calling you from your old life in the coffin, out of the coffin into your new life. But as you're doing that, you're having this compassionate review of your past because you're looking at everything that's happened, right? You're hoping to learn these life lessons. Who am I? Who am I right here, right now? Am I happy? You know, what's my relationship with my finances, with my health, with my friends, my family, my work, you know, my pets, whatever it is. These are just sample questions. You come up with your own. You're asking this. You're having a compassionate review of your life. Then you take that knowledge and wisdom with you as you cycle back to the Fool to the next chapter. Now, if you don't have these life lessons that you've learned from, that's when we repeat it. And everybody has something that they repeat, and it's a lot more than one thing. But this is how we are evolving and we're progressing, and it's coming down to you having these revelations right now. This is part of the manifestation process that you're working on. Then we have a golden opportunity. Well, you're manifesting with that Three of Wands, and maybe this is the opportunity you're manifesting in. And it's being clarified by the Nine of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. It's something that makes you emotionally satisfied. Look for that. When you're looking for an opportunity that resonates with you, is it emotionally satisfying? Do you want to do it? Will it get you up in the morning? Are you excited to do it? If not, that's probably not the opportunity for you. It's a golden opportunity. So look for something that's in alignment with you emotionally. Follow your heart. Luck and right timing. The wheel turns in your favor and the guidance and advice from Spirit. You need to have eyes to see it, right? Because the universe can present you with good and bad opportunities. It's about you making the right choice for you. And it looks like everything's lining up for you. The fact that you've got your Lover's card here, that used to be called the Choices card. So we've got that Seven of Pentacles and the Lover's card, luck and right timing. I really think that once you get clarity, whenever that's going to come through for you, that's when you're going to start to see things really line up for you. That's the guidance and advice from Spirit. Now I'm going to look at your opportunity and then your challenge. So your opportunity is beautiful. It's the Chariot. You have an opportunity for victory and success over something, but using your intuition to guide you to get there. Then we have your challenge, which is the Tower. Don't be afraid of the Tower. Now the Tower is also about revelations. Just like the Judgment, it's about revelations. So is the challenge position impossible? No. The challenge just means you have to work a little harder at it to achieve it. And when you achieve it, it's very rewarding because you've done that work. But right now, it's difficult for you to have a Tower moment. I find this interesting. This is difficult for you to have these revelations. Again, I think there's some type of a blockage. You want to have these releases done. You have both cards for release, the Death card and the Tower. This is you making the conscious effort to release things that are not serving you in your life. This is when the universe steps in and releases it for you. And this is about you having revelations about things that are going on around you. So it's in the challenge position, which means maybe you're just not quite seeing it just yet. I really think you need some clarity coming in. So let's get some clarifiers and get more information. We've got the Six of Cups, the King of Swords, the Hermit card, and the King of Cups. All right, so when we're looking at your opportunity, which is this beautiful Chariot, it's that Cancer energy, it is being clarified by the Six of Cups, and we have the King of Swords. This is about you, again, following your heart for victory and success. This is about you really tapping into that beautiful sense of childlike love, excitement, and joy about something. So I think that this is about you following your heart, but doing it in a very light-hearted manner where it's not deep. It could even have something to do with your past, because this can also be the card of nostalgia. Maybe somebody comes up from your past. Maybe you have an opportunity that's tied to your past somehow. And, you know, maybe it's even a past location that you were at. But I think it's about you tapping into that energy. Then we have this Knight of Swords. This is about you getting your clarity. He is about your clarity. So you have this opportunity for victory and success when the clarity comes in. He is a visionary. He is the King of Truth. He is the King of Oh my God, you standing in your truth is just what it keeps coming through. I think that this is an excellent time for you to take in as much information as you possibly can, synthesize it in your head, and make a smart, rational decision, because that's what this king represents: analysis, rational, logical thought. He's a forward thinker. If you play chess, he's thinking 10 moves ahead, maybe more. He's a visionary. This is a triumphant breakthrough in clarity. That's his ace, and he's really holding that sword of truth, and it's allowing you to have these transformations. It's allowing you to have these transformations intellectually in clarity, because swords are thoughts, words, and ideas. It's a sword of truth. So this is allowing you, I feel, to see things very clearly and to transform yourself with that. This is an intellectual move that's coming in, and this is your heart. So that is your opportunity. Now we look at your challenge. Your challenge is, again, to have these releases come in, to really have these revelations about things that are going on in your life. And I think when these revelations come in, again, that helps with the clarity, but you don't have clarity to see this. So it's being clarified by the Hermit card and the King of Cups. Okay, this is you going within. Going within to gain your answers. When you go within, these are when the revelations are going to happen. You need to do some inner work right now, Gemini. You're going within. This is that beautiful Virgo hermit energy. You go within for enlightenment. All the answers are inside you. You just have to spend some time there. So instead of over-processing in fear and everything else, this is over-processing as in taking in that information and synthesizing it, and then coming to some conclusions, having your enlightenment, and then coming out and shining that light. Then we have this King of Cups. This is you doing it from a place of love. This is a maturity about this king. He has explored his emotions so deeply that nothing's going to faze him. Okay, he's also the most intuitive of all the kings. So this is telling me that you have a very mature relationship, a high emotional IQ as you're doing this work. Some people can get scared. Maybe they're not mature enough emotionally. They get frightened from it. But this is telling me, no, you can do it. That this is definitely coming in loud and clear for you. You're doing it from a place of your heart, and you're the most intuitive, which is also part of that Cancer energy. You're tapped into your intuition as you are coming to this type of clarity. Exploring within, coming at it from a place of your heart. You're opening up is what's happening. Interesting. Okay, Gemini, that's what I have for you for today. That is your opportunity. That's your challenge. It's there for everybody, but not everybody grabs it, yet it is available. Wow. So if this sounds like something you're going through, this was your reading. All right, everybody, that's what I have for you for today. If you could, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And leave a comment if this resonates with you. And definitely leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. You know, I've been traveling. I just got back from New Zealand and Australia, and I'm getting ready to go to Canada as one of the places, and also to Scotland and Scandinavia. I'm going to try and get Ireland in there too, since I'm right there. And that's going to be when the weather is cooler and towards the fall. So I'm really excited by that. And just a reminder, you can go to my YouTube channel and join the membership. We have an awesome community, and it's a lovely group of people. If you want to go ahead and support the channel and be part of this community, definitely go ahead and sign up. It is new. It's been around for a couple of months, and it is just growing daily. I'm really excited by it. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely go ahead and check it out. There's 3 levels, and I go live 3 days a week. Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Thursday in the morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then Friday in the evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I answer your questions. It is by donation. It is a $20 minimum for PayPal, PayPal, Venmo, Stripe, and it's $30 for SuperChat, and that's because they take 40%. So people submit their questions in advance through PayPal, Venmo, Stripe, or they do it live, PayPal, Venmo, Stripe, SuperChat. That's up to you. Again, what else was I going to tell you about that? Oh, if you've never seen an episode, go back and watch a previous episode to get an idea what it's like. It's a lot of fun. Friday is the newest one. I think this will be the 3rd or 4th Friday that we've done, and that seems to really be a hit. A lot of people show up for that. If you watch it live, please show up in the chat. I have wonderful moderators, and if you want to ask a question and you don't know what to ask, you can always say, what does the universe want to tell me today? That's how I start my day, and that's how I start my zodiac videos. What does the universe want to tell Gemini today? Same thing. And if you have a specific question, ask that. Okay, so that's going to be for the lives. And hit the notification bell if you want to see me go live. Also, you can also visit my website, ancientoakpsychicarts.com. Same title as this channel. You can sign up for the free newsletter, book a personal reading with me, a missing person consultation. You can also go to the Learning Center. That's where the manifestation class is and the online tarot masterclass. So the manifestation class, the next one is coming out August 5th. If you are interested, I'm doing an accelerated class for the next one. I've had a demand for that, so I'm going to go ahead and offer that. It is 5 weeks, so if that's something you're interested in, definitely go ahead and reach out to me, and we'll get you set up if you have any questions. But definitely go ahead and sign up if you're interested in that. And then like I said, I have the online tarot masterclass. That is coming out the end of July, beginning of August, because I normally teach it live in March and October, but people are in different time zones, different schedules. So that's another thing that's going to be uploaded online. I'm just filming it now. And I do one-on-one lessons with tarot, manifestation, and raising your vibration if that's something you need help with. And I also have the section of Alison's picks. Those are my affiliate links. I have Skin Like Butter, Dr. Amir Karim's Skincare, Roger's Hood Apothecary for Parasite Cleanse, Mold Cleanse, Fulvic Soak, and the Lymph Kit that came out May 15th. And I have a new one coming, but it's not up there yet, and that is Omnilux Red Light Therapy. For men and women, it's the masks, and they are phenomenal. I've been using mine for over a year, and I swear by it. So I reached out to them, and they are now an affiliate also. So if that's something you want, that will be up by this weekend. All right, everybody, sending you lots of love. Bye for now.